What it do, people? I'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of Knowdatsportspodcast, sponsored by Highlight Commodity. It's your boy Moore Drive, man. Y'all know I represent Know That Sport to the fully. Y'all know what the P doing, man. It's week 10 in the NFL. It's time to break down all the games in week 10. NFL week 10 picks. NFL week 10 picks. Y'all know what the P doing. Time for your boy to break down all the games in week 10 in the NFL. Y'all know what's going on, man. The first game, the second game of week 10, because the first game with the Atlanta Falcons at Carolina Panthers that I got right. I picked Carolina. Falcons were getting Carolina with 2.5, 3. Then they're getting a 3 point. If you listen to my podcast, the Thursday night edition, you should have won some money. Because I took them 3 points that Atlanta was getting Carolina, and Carolina won the game. Straight up and with the 3 point. That means week 10 jumped out pretty good for me. Now let's break down the rest of the game that come on Sunday. First game that come on 9:30 in the morning, I think it's in Germany. I believe it's in Germany. Is the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seattle 63, leading their division. The the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 4-5, leading their division. I ain't hitting now. But like I was saying, Seattle, they 63 in their division. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 4-5 in their division. Straight up in this game, to be real, I think Tampa Bay need the game a little bit more than Seattle. I know they need a little bit more than Seattle. I'm going to take Tampa Bay straight up in this game before we get into the numbers. I take Tampa Bay straight up. It's really, I don't know why the hell Tampa Bay really favored to win this game, but I like them. I think they'll come back a little bit. I think the defense will be a little bit healthier this week. I think they get Winfield back. I think they get their defensive tackle back, Hackins. I believe they get him back this week. That should be stopped on the defense. Try to stop Seattle run because Seattle try to run the ball. And I expect the Tampa Bay defense to get at Geno Smith and get him uncomfortable. And he may get him a crucial turnover or something to pull the game out. But I got Tampa Bay straight up. But the question is, can Tampa Bay cover the 2.5 that they get in Seattle? To be, like I said earlier, I only know why Tampa Bay favorite. Really Seattle better than them. They've been playing better ball. I ain't gonna say they're better than them. I'm gonna say they're playing better ball. The records say they're better than them. They're 63 and the other 4-5. Tampa Bay 4-5. But I think Seattle been playing better ball than Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay just got a crucial win last week against Seattle. Against the Rams. Same team in their division. And the same team in Seattle division. They got away, really. Tampa Bay really got away. Really, when you talk about Tampa Bay, you'll feel like, why in the hell I'm picking them? But like I said, I believe they need a game more. They need a game more. The 2.5 that they get in Seattle, I don't think Dad done covered all year. I think I don't think Tampa Bay and Dad done covered all year. The best they done did is a push, and that'll be like they give you 3 points. They beat you by 3. So that's a push. I'm going to say Dad them covered these 2.5. I don't know why. I got the feeling that Dad them covered the 2.5 over there in Germany. Overseas where they play. I think they playing in Germany, I believe. If I'm wrong, excuse me, but I know they're playing overseas. They're not playing in Tampa Bay. Playing in neutral grounds. I expect a lot of folks to be there cheering for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because they like Tom Brady. So I say they cover the 2.5. I say Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady cover the 2.5 that they get in Seattle. The over and under is 46.5. I mean, a big old shootout they're expecting. Both teams go like over 24. Or somebody get blowed out. I'm going to say under the 46.5. I'm going to say this is a low-scoring game. I say Dad done pull out the 2.5, though. So Dad them probably win by 3 points, maybe 4. So I say Dad and Tampa Bay Buccaneers cover the 2.5 and over under 46.5. I say under. Money line, I take Tampa Bay straight up. Next up, we got Shaking the P. A damn good game, man. The Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. I say it's a damn good game because if Josh Allen was healthy, this would be goddamn big old Ole do it. But I don't know if Josh Allen, I know he ain't healthy, but I don't know if he's playing or not. That is the question. I don't know if he's playing. He said he got the same thing as a pitcher in baseball have. He got problem with his elbow. UNRL, I think it's URL, I believe. I can't say it wrong. Say it right if I'm wrong. Excuse me. But he got a problem with his throwing elbow. And if you're a quarterback, you got a problem with your throwing elbow, that's a problem. Buffalo still got uncertain if he gonna play or not. If it was up to me and I was the Buffalo Bills, he wouldn't play because I know I need him in the long run. But Buffalo's so fucked up right now. What I mean fucked up, they have not won their game in the division. They trying to get a goddamn home field advantage. Fuck around, Josh Allen missed about 3-4 games. At least, I mean, to the most 4, but yeah, be living in a wild card spot. For real, Buffalo don't want that. With all that going on with the Buffalo Bills, even though they got Case Keenum at their backup quarterback, I like Minnesota in this game. They coming in healthy. They coming in on high confidence. They're shaking the P. They came back and get Washington Commanders. I believe they should have blown Washington out, but they still came back and won. Kirk Cousins playing real high right now. He got real good confidence. Him and Justin Jefferson, they on the same page. They running the ball with Dalvin Cook real well. And I like Buffalo to win the game. I take Buffalo to. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. You know why I'm looking at Buffalo. I'm looking at Buffalo. I like Minnesota to win the game. Please forgive me what I just said. Straight up, I like Minnesota Vikings to win the game. Why the fuck I keep saying Buffalo? Probably because I keep looking at their name. But I like the Minnesota Vikings to win the game straight up. Minnesota Vikings straight up against the Buffalo Bills. I like the Minnesota Vikings. The question is, can the Buffalo Bills cover the 4.5 that they get Minnesota? Y'all already know my answer. I say appreciate you for them 4.5. I like Minnesota to win the game straight up. So I got to like them 4.5 you're getting it. I appreciate that. We call that appreciate you where I come from. When you give me points when I don't really need it. Appreciate it. So I say Minnesota, take the 4.5. Appreciate that. Over and under 44.5. I say up the score. The reason why I say up the score, because ain't number 1 or 2 things gonna happen. It's gonna be a shootout or Minnesota finna blow them out. Simple math. It ain't that hard. And the reason why I say it could be a shootout, because Case Keenum is the backup quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. He play for Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, he come from Minnesota to Buffalo. They were both on that team when they did the Minnesota Miracle against New Orleans in the playoff. Matter of fact, they who throw the ball to Stephon Diggs, Case Keenum. So if it do be a shootout, I won't be surprised because both of them folk come from Minnesota or whatever. Even though they've been a while ago, they still come from Minnesota. They got a core for each other. They should be clicking pretty good. But I can see Minnesota got them going pulling off on these folk. And with the 44.5, 28, some shit like 28-17. You know what I'm saying? What at 28-17, what it is? Yeah, I see like 28-17. I can see 28-17, that's 45. I can see that 28-17 with Minnesota favorite. The reason why I could see I could see a blowout, because even though Case Keenum is a solid backup, Minnesota don't like to run the ball. I mean, Buffalo don't like to run the ball. They really don't like to run the ball. They run the ball with Josh Allen. They don't call run play too much. So if they want to get away from that and get them to running the ball, that ain't what they do. So that means they're going away from what they do. I don't see Buffalo doing it. I see Buffalo still trying to come out there and have Case Keenum throw the ball just like Josh Allen did. But Case Keenum good at play off. He more effective off play action passes. So that means Buffalo got to run the ball. They don't really like running the ball. So I don't really see how they're going to work. But I'll take the 4.5. We'll talk about that another time. I'll take the 4.5 with Minnesota. Give me them 4.5. Appreciate it. Over and under 44.5. Up the score. I like Minnesota to win the game. Straight up money line with the 4.5. And I say going up the score. 44.5 up the score. They're gonna be this. It's a big game for Buffalo. If they're gonna lose this game, they're gonna have a problem. It's all on Josh Allen on though. Is he gonna play or not? That's the question. Next up the bet, man, we got a division game. Detroit Lions against the Chicago Bears. The hot garbage bowl. Let me tell you. Detroit 2-6. Chicago. Chicago 6-3. Chicago 6-3. Detroit 2-6. Hot garbage bowl. But I look at it as who I feel doing, who looking good for right now. Who looking good for right now. I could say Detroit, because they just beat Green Bay last week. But I won't say that. Because it wasn't Detroit beating Green Bay. Green Bay just side as hell. Green Bay ain't got it. They better than Green Bay. Straight up and down, they better than Green Bay. We ain't got to talk about it. They better than Green Bay. Chicago just lost the game against Miami last week. And it's hard to believe. It's hard to say this, or it's hard probably to believe this. But even though Chicago lost to Miami, Chicago looked good. Chicago looked good. I thought Chicago looked better than I thought they would be looking really. I think Chicago going into the right direction. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna be pretty good in the years to come. I think they be doing pretty good. I think they make the moves I see Chicago making right now. And like they saying they gave away a lot of they gave away what 2 of the defensive players and shit like that. They were giving up. I don't see them giving up. I see Chicago playing pretty good. For what I just seen last week, the last couple weeks, even when they played the Cowboys, even though the Cowboys beat hell out of them, they put up a fight the same way they put up one against Miami. So I think Chicago going in a better direction right now than the Detroit Lions. For the last 2 weeks. Last 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. Straight up, I like the Bears to win the game. Even though Detroit coming out a big win against Green Bay, I think Justin Fields he catching up with the game. He getting the feel of the game. He supposed to be here. Justin Fields gonna be pretty good. I don't see what his name Jeff Goff. I don't see him keeping up. Like the Bears straight up. Question is, can the Bears cover the 3.5, the 3-pointer they giving the Detroit Lions? I say yes. I say they can cover that. The reason why I say they can cover that because they playing in Chicago. It's gonna be cold. I don't know what the weather is, but it ain't gonna be out. It ain't gonna be goddamn all peaches and cream. They still got a solid ass defense, and I think they'll get it. Jared Goff, he gonna give them what they want: the interception, the fumble, the skew. Man, Jared Goff gonna give them that. So I say the Bears cover the 3 that they get in Detroit. Over and under 48.5. That means big old shootout. Can it be a big old shootout? They just scored. What Detroit just scored? What 17, 19, something on I don't know how many points they scored on Green Bay, but they ain't scored no 30. I just seen the Bears score 30 on Miami. I think Miami defense is a little bit better than Detroit. I truly think that. Score 48.5. Both of them. I say, oh, let's do it. Big old shootout. I say big old shootout. What I mean, big old shootout up the score. I'm saying, like I say the Bears can put up at least 20. I mean, I say the Lions can put up at least 24 to 30 points. At least 24. I say they put up at least 24. Yeah, I can see it on the line put up at least 24. And I can see the Bears put up at least 30. I don't see goddamn Detroit defense don't impress me like that, even though they just looked good against Aaron Rodgers. When the ball down to Aaron Rodgers, don't believe in the wide receivers he got. He don't believe in them folk. And he ain't got it no more either. You know what I'm saying? So I say up the score, big old shootout. The Bears cover 3. Next up the bet. One-sided game, really. Jacksonville Jaguars at the Kansas City Chiefs. Straight up and down, everybody probably got the Kansas City Chiefs straight up and down. So we ain't got to do it on that. We on the same page on that. Everybody money line Kansas City. But the question is, can Kansas City give the Jacksonville Jaguars 9.5 and beat them? Man, that's a hard thing for me. That's hard for me. To be real, that's really hard for me. That game that's really hard for me. On both ends. And what I mean by that is 9.5 over and on the 50.5. Truthfully, I wouldn't even bet on this game. This is just straight money line. I wouldn't bet on this game. Because 9.5, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. Straight up and down, that's a lot of points. 50.5, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. So when they ball down, they're telling me Kansas City finna blow Jacksonville out. That's what these numbers telling me. 9.5, the game 9 points, you finna beat them by 10 or better. That's what they saying. And it's 50.5. You finna beat them by 10 or better, that means you finna blow them out. You finna beat them 30-20, 40-10, some shit like that. I'm gonna got them say Kansas City do not cover the 9.5. Like Kansas City win the game, but I believe Jacksonville gonna come out just like Tennessee just did and be physical with Kansas City, even though they in Kansas City. I still get physical with them. And Kansas City beat them by 6. Was it 4? Shit like that. Have them by 10 or some shit like that. Have them by 10 or 11 or something like that. Jacksonville score at the end. 3 minutes left. That Kansas City gonna run it out, get them up out of here. Over and under 50. Ah, shit, that one hard as hell. I'm gonna say under the 50 point. I'm gonna say under, Bill. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna say under. I'm gonna stick with my good. I say under. Under 50. 2-minute point. 9.5. Appreciate you. Jacksonville said appreciate you for the 9.5. I like Kansas City to win the game straight up, but I think the 9.5, 2-minute point. I think Jacksonville's gonna come be a little physical with them. Gonna be physical. Ain't gonna try. Ain't gonna say try. Gonna be physical with them. And that physicality can slow them down. But if you got that boy Trevor Lawrence come out there with the law, how much? The bullshit out here know how to play football. They if they get thumped the fuck out, real talk. They will get thumped out for real. And I'd be dead wrong on what I just said. If Trevor Lawrence come out there with the bullshit. Next up the bet, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Miami Dolphins. Cleveland Browns 3-5, Miami Dolphins 6-3. I believe everybody on the same page with this game. Money line, we everybody take the Miami Dolphins. Straight up and down though. Miami getting up 3.5. Is Miami good enough to give Cleveland 3.5 points? Is the question. Could they hit Miami? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. The reason why I say that, even though Miami just played Chicago last week, after they was in Chicago, I believe I don't see. They still didn't beat them by number like 3 points. They supposed to blow Chicago out. Chicago ain't got enough offense to handle you. Period. They went tit for tat for you. So they're tit for tat. So then Chicago scored every time they take the ball. Dolphins scored every time they take the ball. 5 of the first 7 possessions or something like that. But Chicago stayed right behind them. They couldn't get over the 3 points. I think they got down by 10 and couldn't get over the 3 points. I feel like this game would be the same way with the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Brown got with me. Amari Cooper, Mitchell, Kareem Hunt. They got a damn good team. They got a solid team now. Their defense solid. Myles Garrett, Clowney. I think that boy what his name is. Hang with that man. I think that name Ward, cornerback for the Cleveland Browns. He playing. He'll be back. So I look at Cleveland to be competitive in their game. And I like Miami straight up, but I'll take the 3.5 that they give in Cleveland and say Cleveland win the game over the 3.5. So I say Miami do not cover. 4 to 8.5 up the score. I say up the score. The 3.5 Miami don't cover. Appreciate the 3.5. Next up the bat, Houston, Texas, New York Giants. I think the New York Giants coming off a bye week. I think the Houston Texans just played last week against Tennessee Titans. I think Tennessee beat them. No, it wasn't Tennessee Titans. I can't remember who Houston played last, but I know the Giants coming off a bye week. I like the Giants straight up in their game. I believe everybody do in their game. The question is, can the Giants cover them 6.5? In New York, I believe so. The reason why I believe the Giants can cover the 6.5, because I think Saquon Barkley finna go all the way off. I'm talking about all they do with. I won't be surprised Saquon Barkley score 2 running touchdowns and 1 passing. I won't be surprised if I won't be surprised if Saquon Barkley run 2 on and catch 1. That's on everything. I won't be surprised. I think the Giants at home is better than the Houston Texans. The Texans won't be able to keep up with them. I think they got a worst running defense in the league or some shit. You can't do that with a nigga like Saquon Barkley. He's finna eat that shit up. So I like the Giants to win their game. I like the Giants to win their game. No pressure on Daniel Jones. They don't need Daniel Jones to win this game. I'm saying they don't have to depend on him. They don't have to depend on him to win their game. They just get on the Saquon Barkley back and he should win it. I think the defense don't eat Houston. Reason why, because they at the crib, at home, loud, coming out of a bye week. I see them eat Houston. I see the Giants eating Houston. So I see the Giants cover them 6.5, over and under 40.5. That's a hard one for me. So I just put up Saquon Barkley. I just said Saquon Barkley scored 21 by himself, but can't Houston score 20? I say over. I'm gonna got that stick to the gun. Giants cover the 6.5, over 40.5. Up the score, Giants cover. Next up the bat, another hot garbage game. To me, it's a hot garbage game. Reason why it's a hot garbage game because I don't see now one of the team doing nothing. But the NFC South so goddamn suspect. That shit got everybody hot garbage in the NFC South. New Orleans Saints still got a chance to make the playoff and even win the division. You got the New Orleans Saints at the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's even a matchup to me. I believe it's a lot of folk like New Orleans, and it's some folk that like Pittsburgh. Straight up, I like the Pittsburgh Steelers. People can say I'm hating or whatever you want to call it, but I like the Steelers in New Orleans. In Pittsburgh. I don't think it'll be an easy game for the Pittsburgh to win the game. But I can see Andy Dalton getting it to him. I swear to God. I can see Andy Dalton getting it to him. I can see Pittsburgh defense, Mike Tomlin out coaching out coaching him. And their defense make plays and just get at him. Just get at New Orleans and Andy Dalton give me what I want. It was a crucial pick. A crucial didn't see that man coming sack. I can see that. I just see Pittsburgh Steelers just being more physical than on New Orleans and getting the win. So I like Pittsburgh straight up in the game. Pittsburgh is not the favorite in this game. The Saints are. The Saints are getting away 2.5 points. hey man, say man, I say appreciate you for them 2.5. Give me appreciate that. I say appreciate you for them 2.5. So I say New Orleans getting away 2.5. That too many point to give away. They ain't good enough to give away 2.5. Over and under 45, 40.5. I'm gonna say under. Reason why I'm gonna say under because I can see a low scoring game. If Pittsburgh win the game like I picked them, there was gonna have to be a low scoring game. So I say under the 40.5. And take them 2.5 that they get in Pittsburgh. Next up the bet, the last 1 o'clock game. Denver Broncos at the Tennessee Titans. I like Tennessee straight up. Tennessee 5-3. Denver 3-5. Tennessee getting Denver 3 point. I take them 3 point. I won't take that. I'm sorry. I'm saying 3 point again. Denver gonna need some more. The reason why I say Denver gonna need some more points, and I say on Tennessee cover, and the reason why I like Tennessee straight up in the game, I think Tennessee's gonna come out there in Tennessee and just be more physical than the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos gonna try to be physical too, but I don't see Mike Vrabel being out-coached by this coach in Denver. Russell Wilson, he's solid. He's a solid football player. He getting his shit together. But I think in Tennessee, Derrick Henry, a little bit too much. I don't know if Tannehill playing or not. I think if Tannehill or Malik Willis playing, I think any one of them can go beat Denver because they can rely on Derrick Henry. So I like Tennessee to win the game straight up, and I say Tennessee cover. Over and under 38.5. Tennessee to win the game. I'm gonna say over, but I'm gonna say over by a little margin. Like they make them hit 40 points. You know what I'm saying they be 20 to 24, something like that, or 17 to 14 to 20. Was it 14 some shit like that? 14 to 20. So I say over. I say over. I say over. They probably expecting the game to be just like the Denver, the Denver Jacksonville game in London. I think they played. I forgot. Then the game was 17 or what? 15 or some shit. 17, 14, something like that. They probably expect the game like that. But I said, I'm gonna say over. I think Tennessee put up at least 20. I say they can put up at least 20. 20, okay. I say Tennessee put up 20. So I say over, up the score, Tennessee cover. Next up, Colts, Vegas. Indianapolis Colts versus Las Vegas Raiders. They just gave Jeff Saturday the job with the Colts. Indianapolis Colts and the head coach. This is his first game coaching, period, in anything. College, high school, pros, whatever. This would be his first game coaching. He used to be, if people don't know who Jeff Saturday is, he used to be the center for the Colts back in the day with Peyton Manning. They're going to get the Las Vegas Raiders. I believe everybody I like the Las Vegas Raiders. I take Las Vegas Raiders straight up. The question is, can the Raiders cover them 6 points? Did they get the Colts? I'm going to say, yeah, they can cover them. The reason why I say they can cover them 6 points, because like I just said, it's Jeff Saturday first time doing anything on the sideline. They got something to do with coaching. Very first game in Las Vegas. The Raiders need the game bad. I'm sorry, need the game real bad. So I say the Raiders cover the spread, the 6 point they getting cover. I say they cover it. Josh McDaniels, I'm sorry. He just ran into a coach that he can't out-coach at the head coach. So I say Vegas cover the 6. Over and under 42.5. I say over. And the reason why I say over because I think the Raiders are going to up the score on them folks. I don't see the coach. I don't see the coach. They're gonna be desperate. They're gonna be doing all kinds of shit. I don't see the coach keeping up. See the Raiders having the ball, but they bit more than the coach do, and they'll be able to up the score. So 42.5. 42.5. I say the Raiders over there. I say they up the score. Raiders up the score. Cover the 6. Next up, down the Cowboys, Green Bay Packers. Shaking the P, we in the building. Cowboy Nation, we in the building. Got to know that. Cowboys at Green Bay. Straight up, I like the Dallas Cowboys. The world know that. For this game, the world know that. If you don't like the Cowboys, you just like Green Bay. But I like the Cowboys straight up in the game. Get into the numbers. The Cowboys getting away 5. Can they get 5 to the Green Bay Packers? Hell yeah, they can get 5 to the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers on 5 straight. You just see how the Green Bay Packers just played the Detroit Lions. How many points the Detroit Lions get? They gave up 9 points to the Green Bay Packers. Detroit probably got the next to last worst defense in the league. If they ain't last, you could score number 9 on them. Dallas Cowboys coming off a bye week and defense rested. Boy, they finna eat the shit out of nephew. Boy, they finna eat goddamn Aaron Rodgers. Boy, mark that down. Cover the 5 easily. No questions asked. Can cover the 5. I like the Cowboys to cover the 5 easily. No questions asked. Eat that man. I'm talking about eating nephew. Matter of fact, he gonna I believe they'll get like 2 picks off for him. That's what I say. Dallas get 2 picks off Aaron Rodgers, and we sack him at least 4, 5 times. I'm gonna say 5. He gets sacked 5 times. Aaron Rodgers gets sacked 5 times, and he throw 2 appreciate yous. 2 appreciate yous. Believe that. So yeah, we cover the 5. 42.5 over and under. I'm gonna say. I just said it. I'm gonna say up the score. Come on with it. I'm gonna say up the score. Reason why I'm gonna say up the score, because I think one of their cornerbacks hurt, one of their linebackers hurt. I don't know what the weather gonna be. Only way we went up the score on them folk, if goddamn it's snowing or something outside. If it ain't snowing, up the score on them folk. I don't know what the weather is, so I don't know what that is. I ain't checked that. But I say the Cowboys up the score, cover the 5 that they get in Green Bay. Know that. Third 4 o'clock game. Matter of fact, the last 4 o'clock game. Arizona Cardinals at the LA Rams. Another division game. Both these teams struggling, man. 63, Arizona. 5-3. LA Rams. I think Matthew Stafford's in concussion protocol or something. I think it's concussion protocol. He just got another thing, I want to say Wednesday or something like that, I believe. They're not certain if he's going to play or not. I believe he's going to play. I truly believe he's going to play. I'm banking he's going to play. That's why I'm really making my pick. I like the Rams straight up in the game. They at the house. I just think Arizona. I think the boy Baker, the safety for Arizona, he ain't playing. Arizona just ain't got it to me. Arizona. I want to say coaching. I want to put it on coaching, but I think it's a little more than coaching. I think Arizona just ain't got it. They gotta get some more shit out of it. They gotta get something else going on. Could it be Kyler Murray? I don't know, but I know it is coaching. I know it's coaching, but it's something else. But I like the Rams to win their game. I hope Matthew Stafford play. If Matthew Stafford play, I expect him to win their game. I'm gonna say he gonna play, so I like the Rams to win their game. The question is, can the Rams give up 3 points to their division rival? In LA, getting away 3 points. Come on with it. I say the Rams cover them 3 points. The reason why I say the Rams cover them 3 points because I'm expecting the Rams defense to come to the party. So I expected Aaron Donald or what that boy name is, Ramsey, that boy Bobby Wagner. I expect them folk to come to the party. So and get at Kyler Murray and eat him. Straight up and down. I expect them to come and eat him. So I say yes, they cover the 3. Cooper Kupp should be a little bit more healthy. They finna be blitzing the goddamn shit out of Matthew Stafford. They gonna blitz whoever. That's what they're gonna do, blitz. So they gonna blitz whoever the quarterback is back there. I hope Matthew Stafford he can get them go up top or something. But the next question, over and I ain't gonna say the next question. I'm sorry for saying that. Over and under 43.5. I'm gonna say. I don't think it'll be no low scoring. It's a division game. 43. I say under. I can see they can get up to 40 points. I can see them get up to 40 points. Somebody losing by 10. I'm expecting Arizona. I'm gonna say Arizona losing by 10. So I'm saying I ain't gonna say they're gonna lose by 10, but I can see 40 points. You know what I mean? I'm saying a 40-point game can be 25-15. That can be a 40 point. But I say under the 43.5. Division the game, they know each other. I can dig it. But I say the round code them 3. And I hope Matthew Stafford play. Because if Matthew Stafford play, I stand on that hard. If he don't play, I got to fit out. I lose that. But we'll see. Next up the bat, the Chargers, LA them, on their way to the 49er, man, to see the San Francisco 49. 5-3 Chargers, 4-4 49ers. San Francisco 49. I think the 49ers was I want to say they had a bye week last week, I believe. I can't remember. I can't remember too tough. But I knew the Chargers coming off a game against Atlanta Falcons, beating them with about field goal 20-17. So Laura had mercy when the ball down to it. The Chargers did it with a lot of injuries at the wide receiver. I think both their wide receivers hurt. That smelled like disaster to me. I like the 49 to win the game straight up with no cut on it. But that's not really the main thing about the game. The question is, can the 49ers give up 7 points to the Chargers and beat them? Can they do that? Even though they got McCaffrey, you know what I'm saying? Even though they got him, I say them too many points. I said the 49ers cannot cover them 7 points. I like the 49ers to win their game, though. I like the 49ers to beat these folks straight up. Beat them. Come on with it. Beat them. But 7 points too much. I think 7 points too much. I just think 7 points too much. I said the 49ers do not cover them 7 points. So when it boils down to it, I got them Chargers, take the 7, tell the 49ers, appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. If you like the Chargers, take the Chargers them 7 points. Any day of the week. 45.5, over and under. I say, what is it, Sunday night game? I say over. That's a Sunday night game, I say over. 45.5, I can see both the teams going up a dub. I know Justin was gonna throw that motherfucker goddamn 40 times. You know what I'm saying? I know he is. I can't say goddamn your boy gonna do that. I ain't gonna say Garoppolo gonna throw that motherfucker 40 times. He throw that bitch 40 times, they gonna lose, straight up and down. But I can say over. Let's say over. It'd be probably be an interception to the house, a punt, return, touchdown, kickoff return, touchdown. Ain't gonna be some points scored on the board. Forgot them to get over. So I say over, up the score, and the 49ers do not cover that, period. Them 7 too much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for them 7 49ers. No, for real. Last game of the week, or week 10. Crazy. Division game. 8-0 Philadelphia Eagles against the 4-5 Washington Commanders. Boy, these folk, everybody really like Philadelphia in the game. I believe they do. I do. Straight up money line. And you got to, they getting goddamn the Commanders 10.5 points. For real, John. They getting for 10.5 points. Question is, can the Eagles cover them in a division game? Can they cover that? In Philadelphia, I say they cover that. The reason why I say they cover, they was in Washington, I wouldn't say they cover that, period. But I say Philadelphia cover. I just seen they in Philadelphia. I say they cover that. I say Philadelphia cover that 10.5. Heineken ain't gonna be able to keep up. He ain't gonna be able to keep up. Heineken ain't gonna be able to keep up. Cover the 10.5. Over and under 43.5. I say up the score. I say up the score. Score up and down, up the score. To cover the 10.5, that mean they finna beat shit out them folk. When I say beat shit out on, beat them folk by at least 14. Yeah, beat them folk by at least 14. 11 or some shit like that. I say 14 or 13 points. I don't just see them folk keeping up. I don't see them keeping up. So I say up the score. The Eagle cover the 10.5. Before I get into my last 3 segments, you know what it is, game of the week. Know that game, excuse me, game. I want to talk about the Eagles real quick. And a big question got to be asked. Right now, the Eagles are 8-0. The Eagles got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 games left. The question is, can the Eagles go 17-0? Where would the Eagles lose their first game at? The way they schedule set up, Commanders, Colts, Packers, Titans, Giants, Bears, Cowboys, Saints, Giants. Where can you find the Eagles' first loss? Or can they go 17-0? The way I look at it, to be truthful, I really see 3 games out this schedule where they can get their first loss at. And I say, with no injury now, nobody don't get hurt. They got the same team they've been having right now. They can lose that Titan game, week 13. Can be a game they lose. I don't know where they play that game at, though. I just know they play the Titans in week 13. Week 15 against the Bears is a shaky game to me. And week 16 against the Cowboys, Christmas Eve. Out of one of them 3 games I just called out, I'm going to say that again. Week 13, week 15, or week 16. One of them 3 games. I really believe they're going to lose 2 of them 3 games. But I'm going to break it down and just one of them 3 games. Week 13, 15, and 16. The Eagles should get their first loss out of one of them 3 games. Nah, for real. I can see that going on with no cut on it. Not you know saying no, not being hating or nothing like that, but I really think them the games that people should look out for when it comes to the Eagles. If they win them 3 games, if they get paid them 3 weeks I just called out in, they shaking it. They got 17-0 going on. You can believe that. Now we get to the last 3 segments, man. Y'all know what's going on. The last 3 segments. Game of the week, know that game, excuse me, game. We're going to jump it off with the game of the week. Who I think, what game I believe going to be the game of the week. My game of the week is Minnesota Vikings at Buffalo Bills. The reason why I say Minnesota Vikings at Buffalo Bills, I don't know if Josh Allen playing or not. And if Josh Allen play, shit, they're going to be a hell of a game. But if he don't play, people think it won't be a hell of a game, but I still think it'll be a pretty good contending game because Case Keenum and Stephon Diggs both play for Minnesota. So I believe that game will be real interesting. That'll be a real good game that people should pay attention to. Minnesota Vikings at the Buffalo Bills. That's my game of the week. Next up the bat, y'all know what's going on. Know that game. You know what know that game mean, man. What game that I just know for a fact, them folk gonna win the game, and they gonna cover what's going on, what the P doing. Boy, y'all already know my know that game is. Dallas at Green Bay. I know Dallas finna go there and beat shit out Green Bay. Nah, for real. I know that Dallas finna go cover them the hot fire they get in Green Bay. You can have that, Pimpin' Juice. You need more than that. So that's my know that game. Dallas over Green Bay. Dallas cover the 5 that they giving Green Bay. Last but not least, y'all know what's going on. Scuba game. You know what scuba game is, man. Somebody win and they say they're supposed to win. They done fucked around and gave them folks a point, and them folks said appreciate you. I'm saying, nah, for real. Them folks said appreciate you. And my scuba game is the 49ers giving the Chargers 7 points is too much. That skewed me. You know what I'm saying? That skewed me. You know what I'm saying? That skewed me to me. Matter of fact, I really got 2 on them. That's one right there with the points. But I got one for both of them. And it's really appreciate you. And that is the New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh said, appreciate you for them 2.5 you gave me New Orleans. And I'm going to beat you straight up. Carl, that excuse me, where I come from. So this week I got 2 on. The New Orleans, Pittsburgh, excuse me, and the Chargers, San Francisco 49ers. Excuse me on San Francisco because they gave them for 2 minute points. Nah, for real. Hey, man, say, man. Week 10 NFL, I just broke down every game, point spread over and under, how I feel about it. I appreciate everybody for tuning in with the show, man. I've been having y'all for about 46 minutes, almost 50 minutes. I appreciate everybody who watch the show. It's your boy Moore Drive. I represent Know That Sport to the fullest. Y'all know they Know That Sport podcast. Sponsored by Highlight Commodity. Same bat time, same bat channel, man. I appreciate y'all. Know that if you don't know nothing else. Shaking it.